Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. It's Lizzie the Lightworker here. Welcome to my channel. Today, guys, I'm bringing you a reading. It's Pisces season, so welcome, Pisces, and happy birthday. We're doing Pisces if your twin flame is, in fact, a water sign. So Pisces is your twin flame, a Scorpio or a Cancer. And I'm going to do just these two. And if you guys are Pisces finding this, leave a comment and I'll do a video special for that, okay? But I will put timestamps and we'll talk about sort of in separation, maybe some things that are going on, maybe some things that need to be healed, sort of, some things that maybe you might be procrastinating on about yourself, some of the energy that your twin may be carrying, maybe some of the energies that led up to separation, and then sort of just what to do continuing forward, okay? Some of these messages really will be timeless and they'll reach who they need to reach. So without further ado, let's get right into this, and we're going to start with Pisces and Scorpio in a twin separation. So let's see. I'm going to get right into this, and I'm going to get my cards out for this. Okay, guys, hold on. Give these a quick shuffle. And sort of the energies leading up to the separation between the union of Scorpio and Pisces. What's going on? All right, so we got Four of Cups in reverse. To me, I'm feeling like, this might have been more one person resistant than the other to what's really going on in that twin connection. I feel like one of these energies was resistant to it because one was like aware of it and like in tune to it, and the other was like, I don't know, they wanted like proof or facts. I feel like this is also like I want to say a stubbornness that's being turned around, if that makes any sense. Like someone who was in the past apathetic and now they've changed their look upon this twin flame journey stuff. Okay, this was somebody that really wasn't like into it. They didn't really believe in it. They didn't really know about it. They started researching, they started reading about it. It's almost like they needed to be convinced of it. I feel like early on one of these energies knew and the other didn't, and it bothered the other one really badly. Yeah, and we're getting like, I feel like, to me, this is like, I'm getting more for a love type energy, like a new love type energy, okay? So I feel like this was like a new connection, like a new feeling, a new way, like that these two connected on, like in a way that they never had before. They connected to this energy of like this newness, this renewed spirit of love. And I feel like they might have both been, I don't know, I want to say single for a while, and then they met and it was like this magical connection, okay? It was undeniable. So, but in separation, let's talk about the divine masculine. First, we'll do divine feminine. We'll talk about the divine feminine. So now this could resonate either way, whether you're the Scorpio or the Pisces. It doesn't matter, because sometimes females are really the divine male and sometimes males are really the divine female. So that's why sometimes you guys will comment and say, it feels this way, and that's perfectly fine. However it resonates for you is what you need to keep. Divine feminine in separation. She's getting a no answer. So whatever question you may have at this time, divine feminine, it's a no answer, okay? Which can apply to anything, so I'm not going to go too much further with that. I'm just going to keep this card aside. We've got disbelief. So divine feminine was in disbelief. She may have been the one that wasn't aware of this connection in the twin flame thing. And then after the fact, I feel like after they separated, divine feminine felt this more like, I can't believe this. Like, this is unbelievable to me. Like this connection, if that makes any sense. And we're getting under construction. So I feel like divine feminine realizes that they need to do the work here, okay? I feel like they may have in the past not realized that they needed to do the work. It's necessary. I feel like they're understanding this more clearly. They're understanding that in order to evolve, in order to, heal the past and move forward and re-up the connection with their twin flame, I feel like they realize now, they know they need to do this. There's no getting away from it. I feel like they put it off in the past, but now they realize. So divine feminine realizes this now in separation. So if divine masculines are watching, or if you're in the divine masculine energy. That's sort of a little bit of an answer for you, is what your twin is going through at this time, or when you met. They were going into this sort of energy of self-fixing and working on themselves. So let's get the divine masculine into this now. Divine masculine. Some things they may have been feeling, or leading up to separation, or some things that now they're working on. Let's see. Okay. So the divine masculine was hiding things, okay? Now, hiding things could be in two types of energy. It could be negative and, little narcissistic and that type of ego-driven personality, or it could be that they're hiding things about themselves that they're not ready to open up about, okay? There could be past traumas, there could be past hurts for them, there could be things about their family that they're not willing to open up about. They could have been married and had a kid and they're divorced now and they don't know if they should talk about that. To me, I feel like this is just someone that's not ready to open up, more than this is deceitful energy. I mean, obviously the cards will show if it is, but I'm feeling more like this is somebody who's just not ready to open up. Status importance. Okay, well, with status importance, to me, that's feeling more like this person is self-focused, okay? So yes, they could be hiding things in a sense of their priorities. They could have made the divine feminine feel like they were or going to be a priority and they didn't deliver. It could be that they placed their job of more importance than their connection with this twin flame, or connection with anybody for that matter. It could be that they're a workaholic. It could be that their energy is just a materialistic energy where they know they need to make money and they want to have a level of status and power before they feel like they can commit or give to anybody else. Or they place this always above their relationships. Twin flame or not, whatever relationships they've been in, they are in this energy. Or if they haven't, they're not in this now, this energy of status importance. So it could be that the divine masculine has to sort of go off and live life and make a name for him or herself. Like, you know what I'm saying, guys? Like, they got to establish a name for themselves. They got to feel like they're important here. So let's talk about energy that this connection is carrying. Let's talk about it. We'll get one for divine feminine and we'll get one for divine masculine energy that this connection is carrying on divine masculine's part. We're getting disappointment. So I don't know if maybe divine feminine wasn't down with them with this status importance thing. Like divine feminine might have been like, look, I need you to be for me, or put me maybe first, or, this is fine that you want to be this way and do this, but you're really putting too much emphasis on it. And where's the attention for me? Where do I, fit into this equation? I feel like divine feminine felt like maybe they needed a little bit more. And divine masculine maybe couldn't give it at that time. And joy. So I feel like to learn joy in this separation, it could be that part of the lesson is to learn how to make yourself happy, to know your inner happiness. Like, where does it come from? What do you want to do? What is going to make you happy? Outside of this twin flame union, in separation, I feel like there's a lesson here to what is going to make you happy? What is going to bring you joy? What is going to get you out of any kind of funk that you may be in or feeling, okay? And I like to get to, interestingly enough, actually I'm going to hold off on these. I'm going to get some advice. Let's get some advice moving forward. What, maybe needs to happen, Pisces and Scorpio here in the connection. Let's see. So for the divine feminine, we're getting break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. Wow. So divine feminine may have some energy where they are in patterns, okay? Or this may be sort of like something that their ancestral line has always done or felt. Like, I don't know, like if you keep making the same mistakes or you keep choosing the same type of person, there's pattern behind that. There's karma behind that. There is energy behind that from other lives. So I feel like for the divine feminine, this is for her to heal her ancestral patterns, her ancestral karma, possibly her own karma that has nothing to do with her twin, for healing for her, healing her past and healing anything the now, okay? And I feel like for her, she can rewrite her future by being more aware and learning from this and coming into an energy of acceptance and love, okay? And Divine Masculine's message. Divine Masculine's message. Let's get a message for Divine Masculine. So we're getting devotion. Tune in to the portal of your heart. So I feel like Divine and Masculine, because they're in such an energy of this self-focus, in this business type status importance, I feel like that's not really, it's good for them to do this and it's like perfectly normal and whatever, but I feel like the path is not really supposed to be all about gain and money and materialism and succeeding and being like this big successful person. I feel like the true devotion here should be to their own heart and how they feel, and let love in and allow love to be let in over the workaholic mentality. I feel like it's sort of like a lesson to this connection, this twin flame connection right here is so important to the Divine Masculine. And I know that sounds crazy. It's actually more important to the Divine Masculine than it is to the Divine Feminine, meaning that they have to come to the acceptance of this. They have to realize that the part of their purpose here is to learn about letting love into their heart and healing old past wounds that are clogging up their heart, sort of, so to speak, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I mean, I love this. So far, this is unbelievable. So let's get the lesson here. All in all, you each have a purpose and a lesson on your own, but your connection, your twin flame contract or connection, carries themes. Let's get out one of those themes. What is one of those themes that this connection is carrying? Lesson, the lesson between the two of you in your connection. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Wow. That's like being able to accept your faults and your flaws and stuff. And it's also about not blaming others for your shortcomings, your mistakes, your pain, anything bad that happened to you, exes that you dealt with, maybe parents, coworkers, ex-bosses, anywhere in your life that, you know, you feel like you owe somebody something or an explanation, or you're sorry, you're too sorry for something. I feel like that energy is what carries between the two of you. Now remember, you're one soul split, so you're each going to feel this. It may come in different ways, maybe many different flavors, I like to say. It can come any way, but the main theme, one of the main issues, I'll say, is to learn to accept and accept responsibility when you make a mistake, and not blame someone else, or not blame an incident or an issue, or, you know, what you could have, should have, would have done. So I feel like that's a big message and a big lesson here for this connection. I hope this was helpful. We're going to get into now Pisces and Cancer. Pisces and Cancer. All right. So Pisces and Cancer in a twin flame union in separation. Let's talk about some of the energies, I would say, that maybe led up to separation. Like, we'll get a little bit of a hint or an idea of what could have led up to separation here with these two. Getting Queen of Pentacles. To me, that's like a very steady, very nurturing, very practical, a planner, somebody that's you know, planning for the future, okay? They are working on their bank account. They're working on what they have. They're happy with what they have, or they're trying to be happy with what they have and gain more. It's a bit materialistic, but the Queen energy to me is a little bit softer. It's a little bit more about worrying about the future. Like, I got to make sure I have enough money in the bank when I'm older. Who's going to take care of me? Those sorts of things, okay? So I feel like this person is a very prepared person. They put that actually first, okay? They work, you know, they're like the kind of people that work for a living, okay? But very nurturing, very calm, very kind energy here. An energy that to me says like a motherhood type energy, or a motherly type energy, a nurturing type energy. The ability to, you know, you give this person a house, they're going to build you a home, if that makes any sense, okay? They take pride in what they do. They take pride in their work. So that's the spirit of one of you, okay? Because like I said, it doesn't have to be divine masculine or feminine. Sometimes a lot of divine feminines come and they're really the divine masculine, and the masculines come and sometimes they're divine feminine. Get another card. Oh, we got a jumper. Yeah, and Page of Pentacles. Wow, there's a lot of earth energy here. To me, this feels like these two both wanted stability here, or this connection it definitely has the possibility to be a very stable connection. When I say stable, I mean it's like these two energies can connect and be very beneficial for one another. But I feel like one of you is a little bit more experienced. There's maybe an age difference here, I'm not sure, but I feel like one of you is more experienced. One of you has sort of been around the block a little bit, maybe like I said, a little older, or just have more life experience here. And I feel like one of you is in a younger energy. I don't know if one of you is a student. I don't know if one of you is like working to earn to learn type thing, or in a work study program, or something that, you know, you're being given something to develop, like a talent to develop or money to develop, okay? I'm picking up on that. So in separation, getting a little bit of those energies, I feel like maybe there's a lot of similarities. Maybe, I don't know how to say this the right way, like maybe too many similarities. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there was a little bit of abrasiveness, like a little bit of butting heads, if that makes any sense here in this connection. You know, it could have been, like I said, over money or over planning future type things out. So let's get a divine feminine energies in here. Let's get some divine feminine energies in here and see in separation, maybe some things leading up to separation. This sort of divine feminine, like shadowy, like more like what you need to work on, you know, what could have interfered here in the connection, sort of wounds maybe that need to be addressed. We're getting protector energy, divine feminine. So this person in a strange way could have been a little bit maybe draining on you, I want to say. The divine masculine could have been draining on the divine feminine. Or she's just someone that's very empathic, very open to people, maybe empath, okay, that she needs to protect her energy. She might be drawing in negative energy, and it's like making things go haywire for her. And she may not even realize that or know that. It could be that she is a healer, and part of her purpose in this connection is to heal her twin. But when the protector energy comes through, to me, that's saying that you're susceptible to lower energies. You're susceptible to negative energies even, okay? So it's to protect yourself. Prayer to Saint Michael, meditation, white light, that sort of thing, okay? Let's get another card for the divine feminine energy. Oh, rumination. Okay, so divine feminine is ruminating, playing things out over and over again. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Really thinking very deeply. Maybe I should have did this. Maybe I should have done that. Maybe if I said this, they wouldn't have left, or they wouldn't have acted the way they did, or maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. It's a lot of like maybes and what ifs and shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And the only problem with that, it's okay to do that. But if it lasts longer than, I would say, 6 months, that might be a bit of a problem. You know, a lot of people who ruminate have anxiety and issues with anxiety, issues with moving on, issues with adjustment, issues with, you know, acceptance. They tend to be more on the worrier type side. So, like I said, if it lasts longer than that, you know, it could be something that you visit, maybe the idea of therapy or an outlet somewhere or a support group. I will leave the link in the description box for my support group that I started on Facebook for a twin flame separation. So something like that or more, okay? Sometimes we need a little bit more. Sometimes we need to go vent out to a therapist. And there's no shame in that, guys. Okay? I'm big for that. I am a big believer in that. So let's get a divine masculine. We'll get some divine masculine out here. Okay. Divine masculine, defensive. Divine masculine's defensive. It could be that, you know, they are in a little bit more of an immature energy. And I say immature, I mean like they're not as developed as the divine feminine. I feel like divine feminine's very intuitive, very into her, I want to say spirituality, even if she's not spiritual, if that makes any sense. Divine masculine is defensive. They feel attacked easily, okay? They always feel like they're ready for the next fight, the next brawl. They have a very sensitive ego, I feel like very fragile. It could be that when they were growing up, they were never validated. Their feelings were never validated, or they never were heard the way they wanted to be heard. So now they're in a defensive energy towards divine feminine. Could have opened up those wounds or showed them when we do the mirroring that now they're defensive, or they took it defensively. And we're getting restless. Wow. They're also in a restless energy. Restless to me is like they feel like they need to talk to you. They need to see you. They need to do something. I feel like they feel a little bit conflicted here because, you know, defensive and restless, that's like, to me, there's like some energy, like a jittery type of an energy with them that, you know, they may have some issues with concentration, or they may have some issues with, you know, I don't know, the way they express themselves. Okay. So let's see what type of energies are surrounding this. Divine feminine energy, and then divine masculine energy. So divine masculine energy, we're getting guilt. Okay, so they could have, you know, screwed you over a little bit. They could have made you think that you were going to be together and build something and save for the future and plan for the future and sort of develop a relationship together. They could have made you feel that way, but they may have did something to screw it up, or they may have ghosted you, or they may have acted foolishly and, you know, it made you turn your head, or you weren't getting what you needed out of this connection, or they just weren't ready. Whatever it is, they are in an energy now, sitting in an energy of guilt. Okay. They realize that what they've done or what they said or what they didn't do cannot be undone. And divine feminine, an energy carried by the divine feminine, is sorrow. They're needing support. So yeah, divine feminine support group. I mean, or some type of therapy possibly. You know, some type of an outlet for you that you can sort of, you know, let some of this out, release some of this out, you know, and not feel guilty, not feel sad, not feel like anything you need to explain yourself, nothing. Okay. Let's get some advice from Work Your Light Oracle. One advice for divine feminine, one advice for divine masculine. Divine feminine advice: mirror who or what is triggering you. Wow. Divine feminine, I feel like you're being challenged in separation to look at your deepest wounds. Try to let them surface because your twin mirrored this to you. I mean, from the reading, I feel like with sorrow, and I feel like a little bit with that protector energy. I feel like it could be that you've attracted draining partners in the past. It could be that you are very empathic. It could be that you had to be support system for one or both parents or somebody else in your life. You've always been this support system. But I feel like, you know, when you need the support, it wasn't there for you. So now you're needing that support, and you're also being called to look at the deepest wounds that you do have. In divine masculine advice, dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Wow. Yeah, I would agree 100%, because if they're in this type of guilt energy, restless energy, and this defensive energy, they definitely need to work on that. Work on releasing some of those negative energies. Work on sort of meditating through. And don't forget, mirroring is, so if you're having issues with yourself, divine masculine is having same issues, but are just manifesting and projecting in different ways. So these messages, all these messages can be taken to heart, or taken how they resonate with either side, guys. So yeah, let's get one more card to wrap this up, and sort of the part of the contract, I want to say. Main theme. There's themes in our contract with our twin, like things that we need to work on separate and then together. Sort of like what pulls us together for what main lesson or main lessons that, you know, we need to learn or work on. And we're getting fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So learning to live in the energy of love and not fear, not fearing change, not fearing yourselves, not fearing those deepest wounds you need to look at, not, you know, because look, fear comes out in different ways. It can come out as sorrow. It can come out as guilt. It can come out as restlessness, defensiveness. It can come out in ways where you're ruminating and you can't stop thinking about what you could have done, what you should have done. You're not stop thinking about your twin to the point where you're just so lost about it. So those things, yes, can be fear driven. So I feel like part of the lesson here between you and your twin is to work on your inner fears, your outer fears, and the fears that you may have projected to one another. And then, I mean, sometimes, yeah, here we are in separation. I hope this was helpful, guys. Don't forget to check the link in my description box for the Twin Flame Separation Support Group. And don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you here. And you can see more readings like this that will help you in your situation, promoted with love and light. This has been Lizzie the Lightworker.